we're doing here today is we're giving the Floor Covering News Lifetime Achievement Award. It's called the Wahnon Lifetime Achievement Award. But before we go any further, let me tell you a little bit about the award. Wahnon spent 50 years in the floor covering industry. He founded Floor Covering News in 1986, also co-founder of the Floor Covering Industry Foundation. He's also an original inductee into the WFCA Hall of Fame. So back in 2010, Floor Covering News decided to establish a Lifetime Achievement Award to recognize and celebrate those people who have not only made significant contributions to the floor covering industry, but more importantly, worked toward its betterment, made a difference over a sustained period of time. It's intended to recognize service, leadership that is of a scope and duration to be considered a lifetime achievement. What we really want to do is honor those people who have dedicated their life to improving the floor covering industry. We always look to honor somebody that has not yet been inducted into WFCA Hall of Fame. But this year we felt we needed to make an exception. And the exception is the man standing right over here, Piet Dossche. So, hopefully my jacket doesn't go up. So why do we make the exception to the rule right now? We could really start about the launch of USFloors in 2001 from his guest bedroom over here.
Yeah, right there.
Which one night I should have probably slept there. Chattanooga somehow. USFloors started with Pete putting a spotlight on sustainable products like cork and bamboo. He purchased natural cork in 2004, which was based in Augusta. So we don't know if Pete wanted more cork or if he wanted a ticket to the Masters. He also got into natural oiled floors, and while he was a niche player, he was also the dominant supplier of those products, and he grew USFloors from 0 to 90 million in 11 years. So that's really just a small part of why Pete's getting honored over here. Because after that, that's where the fun began. Pete single-handedly, and I say that, single-handedly, changed the flooring landscape by bringing what is now referred to as the waterproof category, first WPC, to the U.S. market in 2013, paving the way for the many iterations that we're seeing today. How the underlying technology was being utilized in China to produce paneling, spawned the creation of what would become COREtec. What he did was he disrupted the status quo. So while retailers may have been struggling to sell wood or carpet, Pete did something that only Stainmaster, Monsanto, and Allied could do in 1986. What he did was he created an attribute. He created a solution called waterproof, just like they created stainproof. No one really wants to buy carpet. Nobody wants to buy wood. Everybody wants to buy a solution, right? So how successful was COREtec? What did COREtec lead to? This waterproof thing wasn't even around in 2013, right? But in 2019, we had a $2.2 billion category. What Pete did was he changed this industry forever. In fact, it can be argued that no individual has had a greater impact on the flooring industry than Pete, except maybe Bob Shaw, but I'm sure you don't mind being put in that category.
I'm glad to share it with Bob. Mr. Bob.
And by the way, not everybody was a believer at first. I mean, Charlie, if you know Charlie Dilks over at CCA,
He passed.
He passed. He told Pete that it would never work.
Yeah. If I would have come to Jason or to Eric or to Ian, I mean, they would not have passed.
But you want to know the funny thing? Somebody probably said the same thing to Henry Ford and the Wright brothers too. So, you know who else was a believer though? If not Charlie Dilks? Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, about 4 years ago, bought from Shaw, bought COREtec for one of the greatest kept secrets. We'll just call it a gazillion dollars, okay? A big number? Gazillion?
Not enough.
Okay. Times two. Pommy Bueller from Staymaster said there are some folks that make a difference in this industry, and there are some folks that take it to the next level. The innovators and the transformational geniuses. And that's what Piet is. He's driven by two things, passion and commitment. You will never meet anyone that has more passion. Passion for success, passion for innovation, passion for moving this industry forward. But this is just really the beginning. Piet spearheaded the importance of protecting the WPC SPC category from overcapacity and commoditization. When Piet was inducted into the WFCA Hall of Fame earlier this year, he might have said it best. He said, the easiest strategy to get product sold is price, but there's always somebody eager to respond to lower pricing. This type of competition is destroying the profitability of the category and will lead to its demise, just like the way laminate ended up. Profit is not a dirty word. Profit is the lifeline of any business. Profit enables us to invest in our associates, reward our shareholders, and give back to our communities. Shame on us if we let this become a commodity. Shame on us if in 10 years from now, all that's left is a history lesson on how not to do this. Piet believes we need to make our customers successful, and if you make them successful, everybody will be successful.
Amen.
And that's what will make the industry better. Piet created this category that basically every retailer today feeds his family from. What Piet has done is he's kept hundreds of flooring retailers in business. He's probably put hundreds of kids through college because of this category. What he's done is improve people's lives, and it probably can be argued that he's saved some. And at the end of the day, while that sounds like enough to win this award, we look for some other things as well. For example, giving back. Piet chairs the Northwest Georgia chapter of the Alexis de Tocqueville Society, a division of the United Way. Piet competed in the 2018 Dancing Stars of Dalton. He raised about $250,000 for Alzheimer's. You finished runner-up, right? Somebody told me that you should have probably won, but they felt that if he did, it was going to be fixed.
They deserve it.
All right. She supports the American Heart Association, the American Cancer Society. In fact, Sam Rubel said to me, Piet never says no to anybody when it comes to charity. So, most of all, I am fortunate and lucky to consider Piet one of my closest friends in this industry. And it's a pleasure to give Piet this award. Where is it?
On the tree.
Give it to you so you can give it to me.
I don't want to break it.
No.
Oh, we packed this pretty good, huh?
All the way from
I love that. This is for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. Well, yeah, these are. Thank you for all these lovely, wonderful words. I mean, you said one thing. You said, you know, he single-handedly changed the industry, and you know what? I did not do it by myself. I really want to share all this with an incredible group of people that were as passionate as I was in putting this together. First we had a business, and then we had a dream to be part of this LVT story. But you know, a goal without a plan is merely a dream. And we had a goal, but we had a plan as well. And there were a tremendous amount of people who helped me execute this plan. And you know, some of them are here. Debbie is here, Chanel is here. Of course, my family, Sabine, and the kids who always supported me, and my customers. Okay, I could not wish for this award to be handed over here at our house, you know, without our elite customers, not just elite because they supported me, because mainly they have become true friends. And I'm really honored to achieve this and to receive this, but I'm accepting this on behalf of my entire team and my entire customer friends and many of those that are here today. I take it, like I said a couple of months ago, as a mandate to continue to be the ambassador of this category. It comes with the responsibility. You know, it's one thing to start, it's another thing to see it all the way through, and to make sure that nothing kind of goes by the wayside. We have been part of the Shaw organization for the last 4 years. It's been a wonderful, wonderful journey. I'm moving on to the next level within the organization, from an operational more to an advisory position, and I look forward to, again, being contributing as much as I can. We have a great industry, been in it for the last almost 40 years, don't know anything but flooring, and I'm proud of that. Proud of being able to have built my entire career in one industry that I truly love, and that, thank you for the opportunity to have been able to make a difference. I mean, and yes, you might have a vision, you might have a plan, but timing and luck is part of it as well. I'm not gonna discard that. But the harder you work, the luckier you get. There's one thing we've always did. I mean, I must say, nothing was ever too hot or too heavy or too difficult without us tackling it. And that's the way to be successful. And many of you here tonight have done the same thing. It's been a challenging year whereby we had to kind of think of different ways to keep our businesses going and our families safe and sound, but we've all achieved that. Hopefully in the next couple of months we'll see all that pass. But this award is special, and I think after this, Steve, enough is enough, you know. You have to stay with your feet on the ground. It's not, I always say, it's not how you start in life, it's how you finish. So I'll take this as a challenge, I take this as an award, and thank you, but I take it as well as a challenge and a mandate to continue to do what we set to do from the beginning, which is trying to make a difference, not just financially, but basically as well from a humanitarian point of view. How can we make our industry and the people that are part of the industry, how can we give them a bigger opportunity and greater sustainability and a long-lasting, profitable business. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you, Steve, for this recognition tonight. Thank you, my dear NFA friends, who are here tonight for being here.